this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive HG Ghost Jagan M and F. Now, I was wondering how I should be reviewing this kit. Now, at first, I was thinking of doing my usual where I would review each one of them on a single video, but a lot of people were asking or telling me to, since they're like a set or something like that, you should just review them together. And since they're technically based on the same Jagans, so that's why this is like a special review of showing two kits at once. Now, so basically this is going to be one of those another simple reviews because I've already reviewed a whole bunch of Jagans, and this is pretty much the exact same build with a few different armor parts. So that's how it's going to be. So I won't be showing articulation, but I will be showing what part is new and the leftover pieces. As you can see, there's two kits, there's double the leftover parts, and every Premium Bandai Jagan is pretty much guaranteed to get a lot of leftover parts. Alright, now before we actually get on to the differences, let's go on with the components and leftover parts. So let me get those back, and let's see here. Now I want to get rid of the obvious. First of what you get, of course, for the green one being the Jagan type M, the Jagan M, and the black one being F. So this is how the M and F stuff. So for the M, you get a normal sticker sheet, and I only use like one, which is the camera for the back head. You have these red stickers that goes onto the extra sensors, like the Jagan Echoes type has, but these are one of those stickers where you have to wrap around the piece, so you have to like fold a few areas, and I really hate doing that, so that's why I colored it. This piece, the obvious V symbol, also once again I colored that part myself. For the M, you get an extra bazooka. For the M and F, you pretty much get the exact same weapons, so no worries. You get a gray colored bazooka, while the F gets a a more darker black bazooka. So it's really based on the mold of the colors, I guess. So that's that. Currently the Jagan F is holding its shield right now, and here is the M's green shield, which is pretty much your typical basic Jagan shield. So nothing too special here, nothing too different. And for each Jagan you get 3 hands, a multi-purpose hand for left and right, and a right trigger finger for each kit. So that's why you have one of these leftover hands right here. Once again, here's the sticker sheet for the Jagan type F. Same, I use the back camera, the rest I color. These stickers aren't that great, to be honest. Alright, so now that's what its components are. And you do have this piece, which I will explain after I'm done with the other pieces. This is kind of an interesting piece, if you ask me. Now let's go with the Jagan type M first. The M being more the greenish color, militaristic green. So here's the leftover parts. We have some leftover head parts for a normal Jagan. We have the typical antenna leftover pieces and a crotch leftover piece. The Jagan type M uses a different armor piece, so that's why you don't use this one. More antenna pieces as usual. More crotch pieces, because the Jagan has so many variants. It has multiple, options. And once again, more waist piece. If you have a leftover piece where you connect the legs, you can actually make another Jagan if you have enough leftover parts like me. The backpack part, which you actually get a different piece for those to input those knives, and the typical Jagan Echoes type visor. Now the only different part is that the Ghost Jagan M and F has these red sensors on it, and you don't have an option to close it in front, so it's going to be always on top of the head. There's no option so you can like snap it down and close it down. And some leftover polycaps and some familiar parts that you would usually be using on a normal Jagan piece. Alright, now let's look at the other component, or the other side, where the Jagan F contains. Let's see. Once again, same reason, we have some leftover crotch and antenna piece. Once again, same deal with the backpack part and the center. Another waist section here. We have some leftover polycaps as usual. More crotch pieces, different options. A black antenna. And let's see, we have some leftover shoulder pieces for the Jegan Type D, which this is technically based on, and the head pieces, and another waist section, and the familiar parts from the normal Jegan. Okay, now we've seen the leftover parts, and here is the part where I personally found kind of interesting. Now, a lot of people were telling me when I'm going to review this, I should get the K9 backpack, or at least two, so I can attach one on each of these. The thing is that the Ghost Jegan M&F, as far as I know, they share the Ghost Jegan. No, they share the K9 pack. So the Ghost Jegan F uses the rifle, while the M has the backpack on it. So that's why only the Ghost Jegan M comes with this leftover piece, so you can attach the K9 backpack to the back of this kit. So let me just show you guys an example. I don't have the K9 backpack, so I'm terribly sorry. I did not really have much time to go out, and I recently got scammed a lot of money, so that's why I'm not really in the mood of buying anything right now. The way how this works is that you have to take off the backpack, and then you have to, I believe, you have to attach like this, or the other way around, to connect. Yeah, I think it's this way, and by that you can now attach the K9 backpack. So yeah, it's an interesting feature, and yeah, some piece I was not expecting to get. All right, now let's talk about the differences, compared to each other, and then what are the new pieces in general for these two kits. Now, first of all, of course, the obvious is the backpack. The backpack, well, not entirely the backpack, but the thrusters on the backpack are new, because they have these holes on top, so you can attach these knives. Now, to be color accurate, these knives, both of those knife sets has to be gray. These come in the color of the mold. So the Ghost Jegan F being more blackish, it comes in black. The green Ghost Jegan M being more greenish, comes in green. So if you want some color accuracy, you have to color these in gray. And the way how these works is that they have these holes, and you just need to slide them in until they can't go in anymore. So that's a pretty good feature, and the good thing is that you don't, you know what, let me get rid of the shield. You don't really need to detach the hand or anything, they just slide in. So this is a very good feature. I mean, and the knife also looks pretty nice. I mean, we've seen other combat knives in other certain kits, but I think this is also a pretty good design. Okay, and among that, let's look at the F first, because I personally like the F more because of the color and the shoulders. Now, obviously, as you can see, the shoulders are new pieces. Those are new pieces, nothing too special. Otherwise, both M and F builds are the exact same as a typical Jegan kit, so there's nothing new. They're not missing out too much. Beyond the shoulders, actually before that, for the shoulders, the interesting part is that these shoulders have these holes onto the side. So I assume these are for being a Build Fighters kit. It would be either customized purposes, or now recently I realized that these are not coming out on the anime, but are actually in the Side Story manga of Build Fighters. And recently, I'm not sure how the manga goes, but I would have to assume these two got busted up so badly they combined these two into one. So I saw this image where there's this Ghost Jegan having different color legs, one black, one green. The arms, I'm not really too sure, but the main body armor was this one, and the shoulders were being these, and on each shoulder, like a shield, the green and black shield were onto the side like these, and having a K9 backpack and using Exam at the same time. So I assume Bandai is either going to make another premium Bandai kit out of this, or to make that combination mixture of these two kits, or we can just do it on ourselves. So if you have like some sort of connector piece from either some other customization parts, you can actually do that. So you have these holes for multiple purpose, I guess. I remember seeing someone on Facebook saying that is it possible to attach the rifle from the K9 to the side. I would assume yes, as long as you can customize it. Okay, that's that, and the only other different part being the head. Now this one has two new pieces. One obviously being the new visor or sensor. Now the sticker, the way how this works, this red section is the part I colored. This one did not turn out too well, but it still worked. That's supposed to be a sticker, and these small holes, you're supposed to use those black and red stickers. So they're telling you to, on this small hole, they're telling you to shove in the sticker and then work it out. I honestly did not like that, and I personally like it without the extra red one. So I only like, to me, when I first saw the Ghost Dragon, the only red part I could remember seeing was one section, not exactly three. So that's why I only colored one. And this one has a new antenna, a very straight looking antenna. Usually a Dragon would have like an angled antenna. This one's actually pretty straight. So that's an interesting detail. Among that, that's pretty much it. There's nothing new on this one. Now for this one, the Dragon Type M, instead of having new shoulders, this thing has a new front armor piece. Now, this brick looking part, I can imagine that they stored some explosive device here, so just in case they have to blow up, there's some sort of C4 going on in there, but that's just me. Once again, that's a new part. This has Dragon D-type typical shoulders. The visors also different pieces. They're not exactly the same shape and size. You have two red sensors. Both I colored this. This one turned out pretty well. This one, I think I may have overdone it. Kind of leaked a little bit, but yeah. And instead of antennas, I don't know what these are, but these, I guess they're like more like headphones. Like these, you have these. It looks like that you can attach something to it, but there's nothing to it. So that's that. And once again, the knives are green on this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. I mean, if you built a Dragon before, you're pretty much, you should probably know what to expect from this kit. There are a few minor different parts. Yeah, I mean, when I meant Dragon, if you built the Dragon Equus type, or technically any Dragon if you build, you should be able to expect, you should have, like, at least know what to expect from these two kits. And these are one of those kits, once you get one of them, you're pretty much, there's like high chance of you getting the other. So for me, I got these at the same time. I ordered them from the same person, so I'm really satisfied with these kits. Once again, if you don't like the Dragon series, this is not for you. If you don't like build fighters in general, this is not for you. Now, Premium Bandai kits, they're not always meant for everyone's. Some of them are meant for hardcore collectors or like nut jobs like me. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the double review of the Premium Bandai exclusive HG Dragon Ghost M and F. Sorry I wasn't able to demonstrate the K9 backpack, but, well, if it was a major feature, I'm pretty sure they would have given it with the kit, but oh well. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.